do week 3 of the NFL, shall we? So tonight, Dallas beat the Giants. Um, the running game was really the difference. I mean, Tony Pollard had a big run. Ezekiel Elliott looked good tonight. Cooper Rush did good. I'm not gonna say he's better as good as Dak Prescott, but they beat the Giants. The Giants, really don't have a lot of expectations. You know, Daniel Jones. I like Saquon Barkley, but come on now, Dallas's defense is legit. I'm just not sold on offense, but you know, it's not really a biggie. I want to see Dallas against Philly. That's the only way you're gonna really know where anything is at, and that's really all that really counts in that division. So, you know, win's a win. Now, last Thursday, the first start of the week off was Cleveland beat Pittsburgh, and let's be realistic. Briskett's gonna do a pretty good job. Pittsburgh ain't got no quarterback. Mitchell Trubisky's a joke. They can't score more than a couple touchdowns and a field goal. I like Mike Tomlin a lot, but they better go play that rookie. They're gonna be in for a long season if they don't make a change, and it's gonna be a long season in Pittsburgh. They don't really have much of a running game, and they don't have a quarterback. Defense is decent in spurts, but come on now, they could easily be 0-3. They're very lucky. If they had a legit quarterback, they might be 3-0. There's a lot of that going on. Elsewhere, Cincinnati beat the Jets. Burrows got off. You know good and well they're going to beat the Jets. Jets ain't that good. Cincinnati finally came up, gave Burrows some time to quarterback. As long as he don't get hit, he all right. And that's what it really came down to there. Philly beat Washington. Jalen Hurt looking like an MVP candidate. Philly looks legit. Washington looks dead in the water. Not only do they need to get rid of the owner, they need to get a real quarterback. And Ron Rivera won't last much longer, especially if you depend on Carson Wentz. It just gets worse and worse there. Washington ain't the thing it used to be, and it's just sad. Elsewhere, Tennessee beat Las Vegas. Derrick Henry finally got off. And Josh McDaniel, just like I've been calling for the Raiders, there's already signs saying they should let him go. Don't be surprised he's back on the New England Patriots sidelines with Matt Patricia and trying to storm up something for Mac and Cheese Jones over there, who I'm going to get to in a little bit. But they don't have much going. The thing about it is with Carr, he ain't bad, and he ain't really been bad. They just don't play 4 quarters of football. That's on them. These veteran team, they're not playing for him. And they even blew 3. They could have beaten the Chargers. They should have beat Arizona, and they almost came back against Tennessee. So when you're playing like that on that level and you're not finishing up, you're not playing a full game. Tennessee did what they're supposed to do. Carolina beat New Orleans. That ain't saying much. Baker Mayfield over Jameson Winston. New Orleans looks dead in the water, and it's going to be a long season. Both these teams are lackluster as all get out. Minnesota beat Detroit. Minnesota bounced back after looking lackluster against Philly. Kirk Cousins did enough. Detroit offensively going to be in some games. Not much on the defensive side, but they've been in games. They've been putting up some numbers. They could be a spoiler. Watch out. Elsewhere, the Rams beat Arizona. It wasn't much of a game. The Rams look like more dominant. Kyler Murray, I think their head coach is overwhelmed. Kingsbury, I think it's gonna be a long season for them, and I don't see the turn. Green Bay beat Tampa Bay. Brady, they missed on that 2-point conversion at the end, but let's be realistic. Aaron Rodgers and them left a lot of coins on the table. They should have blew Tampa Bay out. They didn't do it. You let Brady stick around, makes it a lot closer game. Green Bay got something to prove. Tampa Bay does too, but Tampa Bay doesn't have much offense going on. And then they look kind of inept on offense. It could be a factor of, I think, not having the right pieces in place more than anything. Just saying they got to do a better job of getting off to a better start because they've been struggling to score. Atlanta beat Seattle. And that was a funny game because Geno Smith did his usual. He threw that bad pick at the end. I'm like, well, you just threw that ball up there. What did you expect? It's going to be a long year for both these teams. Really a long year. Neither one of them are that good or memorable. Another lackluster game was San Francisco and Denver. That was like watching paint dry. Russell Wilson is starting to look old. His coach looks like he doesn't belong in the league. Jimmy Garoppolo, he didn't really want to be out there for the 49ers. This was such a lackluster game. It's not even funny. Both these franchises then had better days, and what they had representing last night was not worth the price of admission. You could have just stayed home for that one, watching them both. Chicago beat Houston. I think if Lovie Smith had a half of offense consistency, they're going to be a little feisty team, but Chicago had just a little bit more going for them. But you can't really get a lot of gauge with these two teams. There's not much really there to get excited about. Good win for Chicago, though. Indy beat Kansas City. had a lot more to do with play calling with KC. KC got tried to get a little cute, fool around. They didn't stick around. Matt Ryan made a few plays. Jonathan Taylor got a few things, and they won the game. That's just a matter of finishing off who you're playing with. Don't take your opponents lightly. Finish them off when you got a chance. Don't play lighthearted in the NFL. Mahomes was upset, rightfully so. So that play calling was suspect. Kansas City got to, get more points up. They're better than that. The shocker of the day was Jacksonville over the Chargers. Trevor Lawrence looked good yesterday. They beat the doorknobs off the Chargers. I think Justin Herbert, I like Herbert a lot, got the wrong coach. I think the Chargers are underperforming. And if he's already hurt, he gets banged up more, they could be in for a long season. Jacksonville got a chance to win 7-9 games this year. Don't sleep. They could be a real problem for somebody. They're not necessarily a playoff team, but they could be a headache if you don't play them and take them seriously. Um, Tough week for me as a Buffalo Bills fan. They lost to Miami. Josh Allen trying to do too much. They trying to push. They need to let the game come to running. Simplify your game, you win. You got everything, but they don't finish up. This is a big problem. Sean McDermott got to finish up. Tua did enough for Miami. He hit that concussion, but I'm gonna tell you something. They made plays when they had to. See, when you are underachieve, when you overachieve and underachieve is two different things. Miami overachieves, but they make the plays that count. Buffalo got cute, didn't finish up, losing these close games. They start to bite you in the behind. You got to run the ball and not with Josh Allen. He ain't Lamar Jackson, so don't play him like that. Utilize him properly, and he has to hit his spots. He's not hitting the spots. The defense did good, all things considered, but they're not finishing up. That could be a problem. Got me concerned. And the last one, impressive, was Baltimore and New England. Right about now, without a doubt, Lamar Jackson is the MVP of the league. I've always liked Lamar Jackson, straight up. That guy's a beast. That guy can play. And he ate Belichick up. New England had no answer. Stuck with mac and cheese, Mac Jones. He can't hang with that. So keep your eye on Lamar Jackson. He's playing for his own contract. He's looking to get paid. He's representing that brother balling. He looked real good. And if he's healthy and motivated, they ain't got no defense. But if he can play like half as good as he did against New England, not only be MVP, they could be a real problem. Because he's only getting better, and that's scary. That's scary. All right, give me your thoughts. How'd your team do week 3 NFL? Please hit like, subscribe, welcome thoughts and comments, and I do respond, and I keep it real. And a lot of these teams, they need to make some serious makeovers because they're already look defeated, and it's early. All right, I'm out. Peace.